What's up, y'all? This is your boy CJ Goodfellow back with another Colossal Sports News and Entertainment video, another Motor City Lions Talk video, and I just want to get my prediction for this week's NFC North Black and Blue battle between the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. And as far as matchups going on, it should be a very good matchup for both teams versus each other's defense. But to get into Green Bay, what they've been doing so far. Um, They got housed by Seattle. Seattle just grounded and pounded them all day, and they stopped the run and defended the pass. Well, they had an overall great game. Um, as far as the offense for Green Bay, they moved the ball well versus Seattle in the first half, but they couldn't turn it into points, or they couldn't turn field goals into touchdowns. So they was a little bit lacking behind. And that's what really caught up to them once they Seattle busted the game open. That those field goals weren't touchdowns, so it really hurt them. But Aaron Rodgers, he's been off to a shaky start, not throwing at Richard Sherman. Completed some passes to on Byron Maxwell's side, but got one intercepted, and Byron Maxwell really stepped up to the plate. He took advantage of the New York Jets defensive backs being all unhealthy or being injured, and he really had a big day on them coming down the stretch of that New York Jets game, and he threw some decent balls in that game, and he looked like the old Aaron Rodgers towards the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, and he finished off strong. Um, for the strengths, both teams, what I've seen this season so far, I've seen Aaron Rodgers is becoming a strength again for the Green Bay Packers. They have a boatload of weapons offensively. They have Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb. They even have Devontae Adams out there, a rookie. He's catching some balls. They have Jordy Nelson. And they have boatloads of weapons. And they have Eddie Lacy. He suffered a concussion. But they have Eddie Lacy still a strength, even though their run game hasn't been as good as it was last year. On the defensive side, um, it really got torched by a lot of people. So I couldn't really name a strength from there. Clay Matthews is still healthy. Julius Peppers is still healthy, but he's looking a little bit out of whack. He's not looking good standing up so far, but he's starting to get the hang of it. So I wouldn't be surprised he had a breakout game versus us. But then you look at the Lions. The strength the Lions been so far. The defense has been a big strength. The front seven be able to get pressure on the quarterback. They had 4 or 5 sacks last week. They're playing outstanding. Tulloch's playing outstanding. Levy's playing outstanding. Sue and Fairley has been a big surprise. Ziggy Ansah and Jason Jones has made his impact as he's trying to recover from Achilles injury. But it's been really the deep front seven has been really well for the Lions. I think it's the biggest upgrade from last year for the Lions is the front seven. Offensively wise, what's been great? What's been good? Matthew Stafford has been impressive other than the last 2 quarters versus the Carolina Panthers. He's trying to force some balls in there to Calvin Johnson, trying to force feed Calvin Johnson again. He's getting back way to he got a little bit to the old Stafford. We don't need that. He needs to keep spreading the ball out and utilize Golden Tate and Ebron some more. Um, Other than that, Golden Tate's been a good standout. Calvin Johnson, we know the same old story. Um, and then the weakness for both teams, Green Bay's defense has definitely been a weak point. They gave up 20 some points to the Jets in the first half, 21 points to the Jets in the first half. Uh, you know, Geno Smith looked as good, better than he has versus the Green Bay Packers coming in the first half. So their defense has been shaky, even versus Seattle. They was able to get ran on and scored on. So their run defense is really shaky. Their secondary is pretty decent. And Clay Matthews is definitely healthy and getting after the quarterback. For weakness for Detroit, it's been a all right on the offensive side. It's been a process of the offense getting together, getting on the same page, and them get acclimated to the new offense. And I've seen some real good offensive highlights, and we've seen some other offensive downfalls for the Detroit Lions. So they're still trying to put it all together right now. And offensively, everybody's not on the same page. Stafford's trying to go back to revert to the old Stafford. So what the Lions have to really get back together with that offense to get them back on the same page and figure out how to score in the red zone. That's the biggest asterisk right now for the Lions. And then the health of the secondary. The secondary wasn't always a strength. Uh, Already wasn't a strength, but they had some injuries to two nickel cornerbacks. Kasha Vaughn had to step up and play. So that's a weakness right there. That's their biggest weakness is not converting in the red zone. Offensively not being on the same page yet. And the defensive backs is very weakness. And we haven't even seen what James Hadable can do yet. So just getting healthy on the back end and get on the same page offensively is a big deal for the Lions. Overall, who do I think will win the game? I'll tell you in a minute. But these two are familiar with each other to a point. Green Bay knows what the Lions are going to do defensively, but they don't know what the Lions bring offensively with this small amount of tape that the Lions do have out there. And that could be a big difference in the game. I'm not being a homer on this pick. I will pick the Lions to lose sometimes, just how I call it, how I see it. But this time, I think it's a must-win for the Lions. I said Lions win 31-24 over the Green Bay Packers. I think it's a game that they'll step up and show some resiliency so that they're not the same old Lions. So appreciate you watching the video. This your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.